The United States and Canada share one of the world's largest bilateral trading relationships, with annual cross-border trade in goods and services often exceeding $700 billion USD. Despite their close economic ties and shared border, the two countries have periodically clashed over various trade issues, leading some to describe these disputes as a trade war. While tensions have never reached the severity seen in other global conflicts, these disagreements highlight the challenges of balancing national interests in an interconnected economy. One of the longest-running and most contentious issues between the USA and Canada involves softwood lumber. The United States accuses Canadian provinces of subsidizing their lumber industries by allowing companies to harvest timber on Crown lands at below-market prices. American lumber producers argue that this gives Canadian exporters an unfair advantage, leading to periodic imposition of tariffs on Canadian softwood. Impact on trade. In 2021, U.S. tariffs on Canadian softwood lumber ranged from 9% to over 17%. These duties affect billions of dollars worth of Canadian exports each year, increasing costs for American home builders and fueling tensions in the housing market. Dairy products have also been a flashpoint in U.S.-Canada trade. Canada's supply management system controls the production and price of dairy, poultry, and eggs, effectively limiting imports and protecting domestic farmers. The United States has repeatedly called for greater market access, arguing that Canada's quota-based approach restricts American exports. Financial stakes. Canada's dairy market is valued at over 15 billion CAD, and even small market share adjustments can translate into significant profits or losses for producers on both sides of the border. In 2018, the Trump administration imposed tariffs on steel, 25%, and aluminum, 10%, imports under Section 232 of the Trade Expansion Act, citing national security concerns. Although Canada eventually received exemptions, the initial imposition of tariffs strained bilateral relations and spurred retaliatory duties on American products, such as maple syrup, ketchup, and whiskey. Economic consequences. Canada is a top source of imported steel and aluminum for the United States, with annual trade in these metals exceeding 15 billion USD. The tariffs disrupted supply chains and prompted companies to absorb or pass on higher costs. Signed in 1994, the North American Free Trade Agreement, NAFTA, dramatically increased trade and investment among the United States, Canada, and Mexico. However, the Trump administration demanded a renegotiation, resulting in the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement, USMCA, which took effect in 2020. Key changes. USMCA introduced updated rules on automotive manufacturing, labor standards, and digital trade. While it resolved some lingering disputes, the agreement left other long-standing issues, like softwood lumber and dairy, only partially addressed. While the term trade war may evoke images of extreme tariffs and retaliatory measures, U.S.-Canada trade tensions have historically been more of a series of ongoing disputes than an all-out conflict. These disagreements, ranging from softwood lumber and dairy to steel and aluminum, underscore the complexities of maintaining a balanced relationship between two deeply intertwined economies. As both nations continue to adapt to global economic shifts, their ability to negotiate and compromise will remain critical for sustaining the world's longest undefended border and one of the largest trade partnerships on the planet.